On the latest episode of Claim to Fame, they're multiplying. I'm Lizzie Frizzle. This is the Recap Corner. Let's talk about some TV.
I've been waiting to see this.
Season 3, Episode 5 is called Not Making Sense. What's not making sense to me is how the editors could have already invested so much time into who Diedrich's related to, even though we've pretty much known since Episode 1, and still have more to show about it. It's a new morning in the mansion, but Adam and Danny are still in the same old fight about Diedrich's wine cellar clue.
The guy, you were pushing me towards MJ, too. It was on your end, but why don't you go see? I think you're like, damn, I'm an idiot. Look, what's that? You stupid little man. One thing I don't want to be called is stupid. For real. Danny, I appreciate if you don't try to, personally attack me.
What do you mean, personally attack you? It was a stupid decision.
By calling somebody stupid.
Like
stupid
saying that you had a stupid decision, right? Because you're calling me a liar.
Never called you a liar. I said, I just don't trust you.
No, that's calling me a liar.
When you grow up in special education and everybody treats you differently.
Oh, bro, don't stop.
You don't got things that trigger you.
I tried my whole life to be an honest man. I don't be out here ducking and dodging anybody. Does that look like what I do?
This could have been a nice moment. Danny apologizes for triggering Adam. Adam acknowledges that he is effectively calling Danny a liar, and they could have gone on drinking from each other's water bottles. But instead, they both double down, and Danny decides that Adam's gameplay is too underhanded for an honest guy like him. Then he leaves to scheme with Shane while they call themselves villains.
Naomi was eliminated last night by Adam. He definitely did some snaky strategizing with HUD. I just can't trust people like that. Maybe Mackenzie could be on his team and sabotage that kid. We're villains.
Last episode, the cast came up with a passive plan to oust Adam that almost worked until HUD ruined it. Now, the group's trying to get Adam again with a much more active approach, sabotaging him during the next team challenge. They even let HUD in on it, who's now down to betray his ally that just last episode he betrayed his other ally for betraying.
Just thinking about putting Mackenzie with Adam to sabotage from the inside. Sabotage from the inside.
So me and Adam had a pact at the very beginning, but now that I'm nearing the end of the competition, I'm getting a little greedy. I want that 100.
How will HUD ruin this new plan too? Let's find out. The challenge is called Wheel of Senses, competing in pairs and blindfolded except for Adam's third eye.
You can put the blindfold on, but my third eye is wide open.
Contestants try to identify pairs of objects by smell, sound, touch, or taste after being turned into a cube. The team with the most right answers at the end of 8 rounds wins. There's no immunity, but they'll share a wine cellar clue if they can agree which one to pick. The team with the worst score becomes the bottom 2, one of whom will become the next guesser. The randomly assigned pairs are Shane and Diedrich, Adam and HUD, and Mackenzie and Danny, who ruin my dream of all 3 teams coincidentally wearing matching outfits. Each pair of objects are also clues about one celebrity relative. Mothballs and pumpkin pie, cannoli and spaghetti, egg beater and bubble wrap, a mullet and a lightning bolt, horse manure and fried chicken, a chili dog and a melon, bongos and fire, and cake, both pan and birthday. Also bacon. But 16 random things are easier said than smelled, heard, touched, or tasted in cube form.
Napalm. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. This is a reference to Good Morning Vietnam. Napalm in the morning, pumpkin pie.
Napalm? Brother, they're not making napalm and bringing it on TV.
I was thinking Jumanji.
Jumanji's not a sound.
So it reminds me of Jumanji.
Some contestants worry that their relatives' clues are too obvious, like Diedrich, who counters with an even more obvious clue of his own.
Here it comes.
My clues are very blatant, so I feel I have to misdirect. Ping pong ball.
It sounds harder, though.
I'm gonna stick with ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong ball.
Ping pong ball. Smooth criminal, y'all. I can do it.
After all is said and smelled, Shane and Diedrich land in the bottom 2 with 7 of 16 correct answers. The other 2 teams tie for first with 8 correct answers. Because Adam and HUD finish the challenge faster, they win, even though HUD was supposed to make sure they lose.
What the? Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty mad at HUD right now.
As for the new clues we learned, if you don't want to hear me talk about them, just use the chapters in the description or the time on screen to skip ahead. Thanks. So, HUD's related to John Mellencamp, right? I know someone already beat me to this theory in the comments, but now I'm fully on board with them. I just had to wait for the clues to get more obvious because I don't know much about him. During the challenge, one of HUD's objects was a watermelon.
Yeah, that's watermelon all day.
But the show referred to it as just a melon. Then HUD said this.
This is my clue. Hope no one else gets this. Watermelon, maybe they'll go with the water part. Who knows?
Watermelon. Watermelon. Nope, got nothing.
His other object was a chili dog, a reference to arguably the most famous lyric in John Mellencamp's most famous song, Jack and Diane.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
And one of his other famous songs, Small Town,
I was born in a small town.
is on a Spotify playlist I made a while ago for when you want to feel like your life is a pilot episode. And when I listened to it last week, I realized that that song is from the album Scarecrow.
Everyone thinks that Diedrich is one of the Jackson family. People are saying the Scarecrow. I love that. I'm pretty sure it's for me, though.
I also might know Mackenzie's relative, but not because of this challenge. I have no idea which objects are hers. I've just been thinking about the last part of her wine cellar clue, monkey for sale sign ice, and I think I finally got it. If the monkey is an ape, and the sign isn't for sale but for rent, and if ice is ice, you get ape rent ice. Apprentice. I've seen 2 seasons of Celebrity Apprentice because Lil Jon was in them, and one of them happened to have been won by country music singer Trace Adkins. I don't know how tall he is, but he has a goatee, so that's my guess. After the challenge, some contestants ignore the clues they just learned.
That Corvette isn't supposed to be a Corvette. What if it's just cars?
Cars.
Because who was Lightning McQueen's voice? Was that Owen Wilson?
Was it Owen Wilson? That sounds plausible.
So Lightning McQueen and cars.
Well,
Yep.
son?
Yep. Wilson? Yeah.
I think that's Adam.
Using whale son as a sound-alike for Wilson is the kind of clue the writers would come up with, like in season 1 when 2 keys stood for Kiki Palmer. But when did Owen Wilson or Lightning McQueen have a mullet? That's definitely more of a tomater thing. Adam also tells Mackenzie that his relative was Paula Abdul's babysitter.
My celebrity relative actually babysat for Paula Abdul.
Really?
When he came out to California, that was kind of a side hustle.
So not only is the Owen Wilson theory dead, the one about David Schwimmer is too. He didn't have a mullet either. And as if the cast wasn't already confused enough about Adam's identity, he also tries to connect his relatives' clues to other people like a Criminal Minds antagonist.
Have you guys thought about David Bowie?
Core?
Or the lightning?
Lightning bolt? I've heard people say it, but I don't know who he'd be related to.
Yeah, it's the only option.
Later, Shane admits to Mackenzie that he knows who she's related to, but can't remember his name. He warns her that if he thinks he might get voted guesser over Diedrich, then he'll share her wine cellar clue until someone knows her dad's name. In response, Mackenzie makes a pitch to Adam and HUD.
If we 3 want to stay in this competition, we have to work together a little bit. Because we need to separate Danny and Shane. They're too tight, we need to separate them.
We like you around here.
Thanks. I like you guys too.
In response to Mackenzie's response, HUD wants to pull Danny's clue from the wine cellar, then share it with Diedrich, who will eliminate him at the guess-off. But Adam has other ideas.
I think if we get Danny's, we're in a great position.
So, I kind of want mine.
That works for HUD too, though, because since they'll both see the clue, he can share it and the cast can revert back to the original plan to eliminate Adam. But Adam has other ideas.
If we were to pull mine, do you want to look at it?
It's a shared clue.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a one or the other type of business.
Yeah.
HUD tells the group that Adam plans to pull his own clue, but when he gets to the wine cellar, Adam has other ideas.
Yeah, I'm feeling like, look, we don't take mine tonight. I can live to fight another day. Yeah.
Let's get Danny.
Danny's just been saying that my game is not good, that I'm not spending enough time looking at the wall and all of these different things. And he actually called me stupid. And if he really wants to see somebody play the game, I'll show him how to play the game.
So much for this strategy.
There's some things that I don't agree with Adam, but this is a game that I love to play, and I have to make sure that I play my cards right. I'm helping others.
Let's see what we got here.
Man on Fire, Vidi Vici Vici. I think it's I Came, I Saw, I Conquered, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
no, you're 100% right, because that's the way the Peppa Pig always says.
Peppa Pig. Me on Fire conquers music who fell for Jalen.
I think Veni Vidi Vici is meant to be a hint that Danny's relative is Latin, because as the cast is about to realize, his uncle is singer Mark Anthony. Adam and Hud agree not to share anything about which clue they pulled, but Adam has other ideas.
So was it your clue that you picked out?
Hell yeah, I don't want anybody to know who I am.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second, I told Shane that I picked mine. I'm used to going solo, bro.
I know.
Then why do you form a 3, now 2-person alliance? When Hud can't solve Danny's clue himself, he asks Mackenzie, then Diedrich for help, but neither of them can remember Mark Anthony's name. Only Adam can, but Hud doesn't trust him because earlier he called Jumanji a sound.
Who was the guy that was married to J-Lo that does a lot of songs with Pitbull?
No, I know the guy's name.
It's not Mark Ronson.
Mark Anthony is a solid guess, but Adam's been saying weird things during this whole game. So because Adam says it, I am less certain about it.
This was such a funny beat, and I wanted it to develop into a longer storyline, but Hud just asks Mackenzie and Diedrich, who instantly recognize Mark Anthony's name. With the plan in place for Diedrich to guess Danny off the show, the editors use an out-of-chronology clip to make him seem a little senile right before the big guess-off.
Now that Diedrich knows Danny's celebrity identity, he can go to the guess-off, save himself, and we can also separate Shane and Danny in the process. It is perfect.
You want to take out a big dog tonight? Ooh, Danny.
At the big guess-off, Diedrich is voted guesser as expected, then unexpectedly targets Adam instead of Danny. Hud has
the cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and the gumption
to be annoyed that Diedrich strayed from the plan after spending the past 2 episodes straying from numerous plans. Diedrich incorrectly guesses that Adam's uncle is Owen Wilson. In turn, his uncle is finally revealed to be Michael Jackson.
From the beginning, they've been shooting my name everywhere, so it was really difficult to hide who I am.
And who was the first person to throw out your name?
And they'll be like, "For real, Mr. Jackson again?"
As he leaves, Diedrich says he targeted Adam because he wasn't sure he trusted Hud's information about Danny. But I think he wanted to go out trying to take out the guy he doesn't like. Also, did Hud never show him the wine cellar clue? Or did Adam ask to keep it because he's figured out that Hud says yes to everything?
Right now, I'm working with everybody. That sounds easy enough to me. All right. Yeah.
They shoot a serious Western in here, right?
Yeah.
Can Danny survive with his wine cellar clue fully solved? Can Hud survive getting shoved by Adam? Will Shane remember Mackenzie's dad's name? Find out next week in another Claim to Fame recap. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.